Okay, hey everyone. My name is Mustafa Mohsen, as you may or may not know, and thank you for clicking on this video. King, Queen, Monarch, everyone is welcome here. Everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. My name is Mustafa Mohsen. I don't know if I said that already, but my brain has been all over the place. So, how's everyone doing? Oh, you're doing okay? Alright, period. Hopefully this video will make you feel better soon, babes. So a lot has happened in the past week. Actually, quite literally the complete opposite. When things aren't really just to kind of give you a brief explanation of the setting right now. So of course you guys are in my room. Hi you guys. Nobody ever enters this room because I don't know. I don't have anything to do. But bro, this message. I don't even I'm sorry, but so to give you kind of, to kind of explain everything a bit. I just finished my exams of this semester, and ever since like I was done with the exams, which is we are the 27th today. We are Friday. I have completely lost track of time. I'm confused. I don't even know what is going on. Everything is weird. But to kind of go back to the topic. So now, because the exams are done, I kind of feel like I'm not doing anything productive. Like there is this feeling, this constant feeling of having to be productive or having to do something, because otherwise my life, I feel kind of useless. But I'm sorry. And yeah, so for some reason, I have been, it's not for some reason. I know for a fact that, after a month of having exams, it's normal to, kind of have gotten used to that rhythm. So now, because I don't really have anything to do, really, I do have enough things to do. Like, I have enough things to study more for, because I have to retake some exams. Yes, because the first semester of Babes was mentally not stable. She was not stable. Ooh, he was not stable. So because of that, I do in fact have enough. Oh my god, I'm just going to literally flip off my phone because otherwise I'm going to get distracted. But yeah, I know for a fact that I have to study, but because of the fact that I also deserve a period where I am allowed to rest for a bit, But am I really though? My brain is yeah, you're not supposed to rest. You haven't really saved the world from anything really. And I'm let me just save myself real quick before being too paranoid about the world. I know, of course, I'm not gonna ignore the things going on. Hello. We stand for everyone, a free Palestine, and free every oppressed group in the world, babes. But that isn't the issue right here. What I'm talking about is the fact that I have been feeling useless. I have been feeling like I'm not doing anything productive with my life. And I know for a fact that the exams have literally ended 4 days ago. Not even 4 days, probably 4 days ago. They ended on the 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. And ever since, I have had this annoying feeling of I have to study. And the thing is, I studied a bit, it's not like I'm not doing anything. I am in fact studying. I am in fact doing some things. But I also just don't really have the energy to study for it. It's kind of it's summer break now, quote unquote summer break. Uni, we don't really have that. I mean, of course we do have the summer break, but I have to retake some exams, so is it really a break? I mean, the only thing that it is summer, but besides that, I don't see a break. I haven't really gotten a break. So yeah, now at the end of the day, that's the thing that I have to deal with. I did not necessarily, what I was about to say, it's I was about to say, like, yeah, I prioritized my mental health in the first semester, so because of that, I, didn't really do well on my exams. But to be completely honest, I really couldn't do any more than I did. I mean, I could have, but child, it was a panic attack after a panic attack, and eventually it was more than a panic attack, girl. More than a panic attack. We got to meet some new people, and yeah, I met a girl called Mia. If you know, you know. During that exam, but anyways, that doesn't matter. I'm not gonna talk about that too much. Um, no, but for real though. So yeah, I've been stuck with this feeling of not doing anything, not being productive, and not really allowing myself to rest. But at the same time, I am in fact resting. The concept of rest in itself, I don't really understand it. I don't really get it. My brain just doesn't really get that, like resting. Like, of course your brain is always working, girl, it's always working, but for some reason my brain is like overheating sometimes. And I know for a fact, like, I have to apologize to her sometimes, like, yeah, like, you have BPD, so it's normal to feel this way. But at the end of the day, what is normal, because I don't, like, of course I've gotten used to having this type of mindset, or like setting in my brain. But at the same time, I don't really want that setting, girl. If I can, like, rewire it, would I? Actually, I wouldn't, because she's like, this one over here is special. It's special, and I wouldn't want to change it. But at the same time, it would always be interesting to me that how would it have been if right now I could just rest, or how would life be if I had the possibility of not worrying about everything and everyone? I mean, the part where I'm worrying about everyone is less these days. I mean, these past months, I haven't been worried about anyone, to be honest, about myself. But yeah, like, no, I have been. I love contradicting myself. Yeah, but no, I'm sorry. I have this like the feeling. But anyways, so yeah, I have been in this type, like, I have been stuck in this mindset of you have to do something, you have to do something. If you guys don't know, or if you guys do know, I make music as well under the name Multimus on Spotify, and I started my project called Multimus 2 years ago. I think, yeah, so in May, on the 23rd of May, if I'm not mistaken, I released my first single, which was called So Down by Multimus, of course. And ever since, I have been working on a lot of music, but I haven't really gotten. I never really released any of the songs. I have some songs that I really enjoy, and that I really want to release, but because of the fact that I had exams and I also had to prioritize, uni and everything, because uni is like the most important part of my life, it was, I never, like, I couldn't really focus on making music. I couldn't really make any music. I couldn't really, focus too much on that. And now that I have free time, quote unquote free time, my mind is all over the place. It's either questioning whether I should go make music, and like release something, because like I'm losing time, and like people are so successful and I'm like doing nothing with my life. I feel useless. I haven't achieved anything besides drama. So yeah. So that's kind of everything that's going on in my mind. I know for a fact that I should take it easy, but it's easier said than done, when it's like I haven't really, I wouldn't like, taking it easy is such a vague thing for me, or just in general. It's like I live my life, like, I've always lived my life knowing that at a certain time I won't be able to do certain things, or at a certain time there will be no me here anymore. You know what I mean? So I've always felt the need to rush things, not necessarily rush things. Like, it's not like I'm saying that I'm rushing experiences or something. It's just like I've always had this feeling, like, like that whole thing of like, what is it called? The snail that's about to reach you. You guys know what I mean, probably. So yeah, it always felt as if something is like chasing me, or like something is like hurrying me up and I have to achieve something. But I do so many things, and I have my mind, like my mind is always all over the place. I don't really know the one thing that I really want to focus on. And when, because I, for example, just had exams, not for example, I literally just had exams, I was in the mindset of, this is what I have to do right now, is focus on the exams. But right now, because I'm so stuck, and the only thing that I'm really doing is waiting for my results, and, trying to study here and there because I at least want to do something this vacation. The funny thing is, I'm saying as if that I already have plans this vacation, but I really don't. Like, I really don't. There aren't really any, I don't really have anything to do. It's not like I'm traveling or anything. I really want to travel, but I'm broke. I have no money, and yeah, I really haven't gotten the chance to do that. But anyways, like I said, because I was like I had exams and I was so hyper fixated on that, it was easier for me to only focus on that, So at the same time, I wasn't really thinking too much of my emotions. Of course, I was anxious and stressed, but I knew for a fact that I had one goal in mind, and that's, I don't know what happened. Is that a ghost? No, but because I had one goal in mind, which was to do my exams and pass all of them, I didn't really have to focus on anything else besides doing the exams. But now, because I am waiting for the results and I kind of am stuck, and I also have to start studying for my, retakes, but at the same time, I deserve a rest. But do I really deserve like a break? I don't know. And at the same time, I can't really I can't really, I don't know how to take a break. I don't know what to do to take a break. I feel as if I don't really have anything to do, besides having to study and just being me, I guess. I don't know. That's what I'm stuck with right now. I've always been stuck with this, but I suppose because the exams have just ended and I don't really have, a quote unquote, what is it called? Like not a vision, but what's it called? Like a thing to look forward to or whatever, or like a plan that I have to work towards. I'm just kind of stuck, and it's normal. I'm pretty sure that a lot of uni students experience this. Maybe they don't. Maybe I'm just a weird person, but it's just that what I'm stuck with. At the same time, I feel as if I am, I don't know what I feel. I do know for a fact what I'm feeling. I'm feeling confused and not really connected with myself. So also the reason why I decided to start this whole YouTube thing. I have always wanted to do this. This has always been one of my dream things. I've always talked so much. I have always felt misunderstood. And I just really wanted to, have an outlet and have something to talk to, whether that's me, whether that's actually people watching the video. And yeah, so that's just kind of what has been going on in my mind. I just kind of have been stuck in this cycle that is like repeating itself with the same emotions. Not only emotions, but just also thoughts. Because like I said, it's like, the thing is, I know for a fact that I have to break that cycle, and it's really difficult to break it. I eventually will, and I am working towards breaking that cycle of just living life, I guess, instead of waiting for something big to happen to call it a day and say, yeah, that was life. No, for some reason, I am just waiting for something, and I don't know what that is. I do know, like, there's so many things that I'm waiting for, but at the same time, am I really waiting for them, or am I just hoping that something will disappoint me? So, I don't know. I am just kind of confused, and that's just what has been on my mind. The whole concept of just finishing something and having to just sit there and wait until you get further information, and that will kind of give you another lead on how to continue on with whatever you're doing. Is just really annoying. It's not annoying, it's just all over the place. I just haven't felt productive even when doing something productive. Like today I studied a small bit. It wasn't even that much. I think it was like max an hour. And instead of saying, well, you did study, so that's something good, I'm not really able to congratulate myself on that. I also I kind of put the bar, like, what is it called? Like, I just have really high expectations of myself. And I think that is just in general, a really, I mean, it's not, I think it just depends on how high those expectations are, or how high I put that bar. And I suppose I just kind of have to, because the thing is, I know for a fact that that bar of expectations, or just whatever that I'm feeling or thinking, or whatever I'm working towards, whether that be becoming a lawyer, whether that be getting my PhD, whether that be just finding myself, whether that be helping others, whether that be helping myself, I don't know. But I just know that whatever that I'm doing right now, the whole waiting thing, the whole not knowing what to do thing, the whole being stuck in this mindset of feeling useless and feeling not productive and feeling just in general really confused with how life is going, is not really fun. And I don't even think fun is the right word that I'm using. Like, I'm leaning towards, it's not even the word that I'm wanting to use, but I suppose it just kind of clears it out. It's just not fun. It's really not fun. I can barely remember the last time that I actually felt a sense of like stability, in the sense that that stability made me feel happy or calm. I really haven't felt that in a while. Like I said, because that bar is so high, I can never really appreciate the small things, nor can I appreciate even better things, nor can I even appreciate the things that I achieved. Like, for example, doing something small that I had been putting off for a while, or actually doing something when I'm not really feeling like doing it, but still doing it and pushing through. I can't really deal with that. I can't really say like I did something good. I'm not really good with that. I don't know why that is. And it's annoying. You get this, like I said, this cycle, it has to be broken. And I don't want to sound like I am clueless of the world, or I am clueless of the things that I have, quote unquote, achieved or dealt with. That's not what I'm saying, because I know for a fact that there are a lot of things that I have dealt with, and that practically nobody should go through, but I still had to go through, and I'm still here. I wouldn't say stronger than ever, but I would say that I'm strong. But I tend to hyperfixate on these small things. Like I said, the whole thing of not really feeling not doing anything with your day, and that causing you to actually feel guilty. Like today, for example, I didn't really do much. Like I said, I studied a bit, and I decided to, I don't know, I walked a bit. I went for a walk. I played a bit of Fortnite, which it's literally like, I haven't really felt joy in games for the longest ever. Like, it's been such a long time that I've actually felt happy while playing something, or actually felt relieved or anything. I just really haven't gotten the feeling of, yes, I really want to do this. Like, if you would have asked me 3 years ago how my gaming thing was, I was enjoying Apex Legends, for example. I was enjoying, I don't even know, I was playing a lot of games, and I would feel like I was enjoying it, and I was like, I don't know. I felt good. It was kind of my way of you know, stopping this thought process that I had sometimes of like feeling useless or feeling as if like a failure, basically, that guilty feeling. But ever since that, I have really put it down and not really touched it anymore, or like not really like had it on my desk. I haven't really felt. I mean, I felt the need to play, the thought of playing a game that I once enjoyed, the thought of watching a movie or watching a genre that I once enjoyed, or listening to a genre of music that I once enjoyed. Sometimes the thought of it was so like I was craving it, but then actually turning it on never really gave me the satisfaction that I expected it to give me. So I would be utterly disappointed, like directly. I would be so disappointed. So it wouldn't it wouldn't last a while. So I would literally just play a game, for example, and then after a while I'm like, yeah, I actually didn't want to do this, but I'm just doing it because I don't really have anything else to do, and I know for a fact that I have many and plenty of things to do. But that's like the toxic part of my brain. Basically, how even when I'm wanting to do something fun, even when I want to calm down, even when I want to do something that I once enjoyed, my brain always feels guilty after doing it. So I get stuck in this cycle of, do you actually want to do it, or are you just like no, you're just doing it, or is something like happening or whatever? I don't know. My eye just like randomly started hurting. I don't know what happened. Anyways, so yeah. Wait, what was the point that I was trying to make? Yeah, so I just felt guilty the whole time, as if I had so many other things that I had to actually do. Studying, or doing many other things. But at the same time, I know for a fact that pushing myself too hard, for the record, I know for a fact that everyone has the power to push through things that even if they think it's hard, or even if it's like a really hard thing to go through. But sometimes you are allowed to take a break, even if you feel guilty, Sometimes actually taking the break will fix that feeling of feeling guilty. But for me, I never really got to the point of that feeling guilty part leaving, And what I mean with that, just to kind of clear it out, is, for example, if I would turn on whatever console to kind of play a game, it's not like I have so many consoles to play on, but I'm just saying, if I would, turn on a console and play a game, and for a fact that just turning it on and playing a few games, for example, but like you haven't really gotten into the mood yet, it's easy, for example, to say, yeah, actually I kind of got bored of it, I'm just going to play something else. But once you kind of start getting into the mood, you start enjoying it, and you start kind of loosening up, feeling more confident in the way you are, what is it called? The way you are, what is it called? The way you are, like your performance. You start to feel proud of the things you're doing, the specific actions that you start doing, the specific calls you decide to make, or the comms that you make, So then that kind of starts to make you feel better. But if you don't really get to that point and allow yourself to kind of calm down and finally have that feeling of, oh, that was actually kind of fun, I have kind of loosened up a bit, so now I'm enjoying it, and you like leave before you get to that feeling, and this is just simply a metaphor where everything, you won't feel, like it won't work. And what I mean with that, if I start to rush things, and if I'm trying to do things and I don't really give them the time to actually do its purpose or fulfill its purpose, or actually complete whatever it is, trying to complete or do, the process was kind of worthless, or it would appear that way, but mostly it is, if you stop or if you quit before achieving the thing that you were working towards, or achieving the thing that it was going to give you if you just had waited a few more minutes, or if you just had waited a few more hours, or just kind of put more effort into it, it would have probably, reached the thing that you were searching for the whole entire time. I have that thing with so many. I have that like that mind, like that thought process, or just the way of thinking with everything. Really, I I am a huge reader. I love reading books. I love everything to do with literature. I love the way people are able to express their emotions in books. I think it's fascinating. I think it's amazing. I'll also overthink everything. I start to get hyperfixated on many different topics. I start to really dig down into like these different topics that are talked about in a book. I would easily, get metaphors, and I would easily kind of link things. But if I stop the book at page 20 and I don't touch it anymore, it's going to feel like it was useless, as if, oh, that story was not really fun, or I didn't really enjoy it. Like, did I even give it a time to kind of rest off and like complete its like, or fulfill its, what is it called, like duty? Like, no, a book is meant to be finished, like it is written down, it's meant to be read. If I don't give it the time to be fully read, I'm not going to feel whatever it was meant to make me feel. If I start to play a game and I'm not waiting, or like I'm not trying actively to get better at it, I'm going to be stuck at that same line. I'm going to be stuck in that same level or rank or whatever you want to call it. So it's normal. Things just need time. But I just don't really know how much time there is. And because of that, and because of that whole time thing and the clock is ticking type of mindset, so many things get rushed. So many things that could have lasted longer, or I could have let them last longer. I had to rush them just because I felt as if something bad was going to happen and I couldn't really fully experience them. This is for everything. There are so many things. There are so many things, people, topics, injuries, way of thinking, way of thinking, just in general, so many different things that this applies to me is that so, like, even it could literally be the smallest thing. I like to make that whole, I think I've heard, don't really care what anyone has said about it, or I just have read or seen a few things about it online as well, is that, for example, the song Let It Happen by Tame Impala, one of my all-time favorite songs, by the way, the best part, which is like famously known as when the guitar has like the riff, it's like the down down out down 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 down, that part. It's like you're waiting for that part to eventually play. But if you stop listening to the song before reaching that part, you're missing out on a lot of things. If I stop doing the thing that I was enjoying once and trying, wait, it's okay to stop things that you were once enjoying. You grow up, things just stop being the way they are. But I'm just saying, if you're doing something and you want to do it and you're doing it, but you're not letting yourself, you're not taking the time to actually do it, to actually fulfill it, it's going to feel as if you rush through it, and not only rush through it, miss a lot of things that you could have not missed out on, It's that feeling of FOMO. That's also the thing that I had. I was so busy and on focusing, achieving so many things at once that I couldn't really give 100% to one thing and complete that in a successful manner. I had to give 70 to this, 20 to this, and of course, I like to say that always the 10%, even if I'm giving 100% to something, there will always be a 10% of me just having a mental breakdown or just kind of losing myself in the process because I feel as if I haven't really done anything, or just kind of questioning my fate. So sometimes I can't really fully focus on anything, really. Completely focus on something. So that's just kind of I mean, it's really annoying. Like, it's really difficult for me to actually fully focus on something. I don't know if I have talked about this, but it's not, I mean, it does really have an impact on my life. But I also have ADHD, of course. And, you know, obviously, the way, like, or like just my brain kind of being all over the place is a normal part of ADHD, you know, or like not being able to focus on anything. And of course, I do have my meds. So, like, that works. But at the same time, it will only help to a certain degree, you know? So some things are just not going to, like, some things are just the way they are, and I will have to deal with it or look past them for a while. But one thing that I do know is being stuck in this cycle of not really knowing what to do, but actually knowing what to do, but just being stuck because of the fear of failure, or the fear of not being a good person, or the fear of not really having achieved anything. A lot of the time that stops me from starting new things, because it feels as if I've left many other things uncompleted, being a lot of my self-recovery. So with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And is there anything else that I want to say? I think this is pretty much it. I do also just want to say that whether you feel like this or not, so if you feel like this, just know that you're not alone in this. I know it's sometimes it is really annoying to hear this, because a lot of the times it does feel as if you're alone in this. But I just want to say that even if it feels that way, you're not. You are strong, and it will get better. It will be difficult, and it will take a lot of energy, but eventually, trust me, feeling better afterwards is the best thing ever. Being in contact with yourself and actually just allowing yourself to be happy, and allowing yourself to just be yourself, allowing yourself to feel proud over a lot of things, are one of the regrets that many people have after, you know, living their life. I've read a study about that. It's like the top 5 regrets. And it's like not spending time with your family, not having too much, not spending enough time with your family, focusing too much on what other people think instead of doing what you want to do, allowing yourself to show your emotions, allowing yourself to rest, and also just having or enjoying the presence of your family, like your friends, more. And that has stuck to me, and I have been thinking of that, but many of the things have to be in this world of mine to be able to regret them. And I don't know. Let's just say I feel guilty when I don't do something productive, even though I know that the feeling of being productive most of the time doesn't really say anything of actually being productive. I think it's just a mindset that after a while kind of goes through your mind. But with that being said, I've been talking for 33 minutes. If you have gone through this whole entire video, I just want to say that you are loved and that everything will be okay. I love you. Take care. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Mustafa out.